Hello everybody! I'm doing something a little bit different today. I actually want to go ahead and do an unboxing with you. I've never done an unboxing before, and this is not scripted, so, no makeup, no script, nothing like that. I've got a box that has arrived today. It's called Freya's Cauldron, and it's from the Witchcraft Emporium. Something that I enjoy getting every single month, and I think it's well worth it, especially for my well-being. I do want to warn you ahead of time that this is a spoiler if you have not gotten the August box yet. So if you're still waiting for your August subscription to arrive, please stop watching the video, because this will ruin it for you if you're into surprises. What I plan on doing is opening the box with you, because I've actually not even looked at it yet, and going through each of the items and then reading the descriptions to explain what these things are. I'll show you the box. It does arrive wrapped, so it's completely obscured. You don't really know what it is until you unlock the wrapping and open it up, and hopefully by then you kind of know what you've gotten. So if you want to be discreet about getting items like this, this is actually a pretty good box. So I'll show you the front. Freya's Cauldron. Very straightforward. And we're going to open the lid. See what we got for August. August being my birthday month, I was really looking forward to my boxes this month. I do get 2 boxes. I get Freya's Cauldron and I get Witch Casket. Those are like the best ones I've found so far in the UK. So if you've got any others that you really recommend for UK subscribers, let me know. I'm not willing to actually ship things overseas, if you know what I mean. I'd rather get them on the coast here. And yes, I am in the UK. And to answer any questions ahead of time, I am American. And I moved here about 8 years ago. So you might hear some British terminology from me, or you might hear some American terminology. So, there we go. Let's get that open. Alright. So we got these really beautiful purple paper, which really makes it feel like you're getting a present every month. Very carefully open this. Give you some ASMR packaging. Oh, I'm actually also warning, I really like to rip into things. I'm really that person when it comes to gifts and items and such. The first thing that you see in Freya's Cauldron is a Book of Shadows envelope. And in the envelope there are usually pages about the season, the month, deities, herbs, spells, potions, things like that. So I'll open that separately when we get there. Has a very beautiful art print. I do believe that's the cheat sheet, but I'm not sure because it's actually quite thin. No, it's an art print. Okay then. So that's a really cool art print that you can get yourself framed. Really, really loving this one. I mean, I'm a big purple fan. And this is quite pretty. As above, so below. Put that aside with the envelope. The next thing that we have is a Spell for Growth kit. And I will be going over the items in that. Let's see. We have handcrafted Ogham staves. Okay. Let's have a look at that. I really enjoy the objects that I get from Freya's Cauldron. I do find them quite interesting and unique because they are typically handmade, as is the one from the other place I get. The witch caskets. Oh, okay. Usually in Freya's Cauldron every month they will typically give you something that is either made out of wood or is made out of clay, or it's something very organic, something that you can decorate yourself and you can make your own. Now what we've got in this box, I'm probably saying it wrong, but Ogham Ugham staves are essentially... I'm going to drop them on myself. They're kind of like fortune-telling sticks. So I believe that might be very similar to something that you would get maybe to tell fortunes. I don't know. We'll go over the cheat sheet when I get there to explain what these are used for, how they're used. I want to say divination, but some of these are exactly the same, so I don't exactly know how these things will work yet until I get to the information. But that's another reason why I like getting these boxes, is it actually kind of expands your knowledge of like various witchy occult practices that you might not have experienced before in an affordable way. So I'm sure you could go out and buy this sort of thing much more expensive, like in stone. But with Freya's Cauldron, you actually get the opportunity to see things, you know, I want to say they're not cheap. I mean, a lot of time and effort has gone into them, but they're not as expensive as going out and buying all the materials and then trying to suss out if you can understand it. You know what I mean? Like, if I learn this, I can go out and get a more expensive set somewhere else. But there's nothing wrong with just using these, because they were made with love, right? So there you have it. So those are all handcrafted, and I really appreciate the handcrafted stuff. Especially the way that they cut out the woods and things, so you can actually decorate them yourself. We do have a piece of jewelry in the box set this month. And it's pretty cool. Again, I really, really enjoy getting back to nature things at the moment. I've put a sacred space in my garden to help with anxiety and depression and be closer to the earth. I've also added on a lot of elements that really make me happy, like the trees, and there's torches for fire, and then I've got like a solar propelled like fountain for the sounds of water, and then I've got from which Casket an air, like an air symbol to hang over the arch. So I have an arch, it's like you have to go into just like a grotto. I'll try to get some pictures for you guys so you can see them, but I'm really proud of my little garden. But the jewelry, I digress. We go back to the jewelry. We've actually got the Tree of Life pendant. I'll put that on my hand, see if you can see that any better. I know the lighting's not too good with the iMac camera at the moment, but let's see if I change the type of light. Can you see it any better? Alright. I will work on my camera quality in the future. I do have a camera that I could potentially plug into the computer and have a lot better graphics. But for now, we're going to be working with the iMac built in, so apologies if things seem a little bit blurry. This is my first unboxing, so it's going to be an experience going from now into the future. You're going to see lots of improvements, I hope. Alright, so that is gorgeous, actually. I really, really enjoy the Tree of Life. I'm going to pop that on now. Especially because it is so cool. Did I put it on right? Oh. Jinx, put it on backwards. I'm going to actually shorten this string a little bit. See, that's the one thing I also enjoy about these boxes. Like, you get these little jewelry pieces that you kind of been potentially swooning over for a long time and just haven't purchased for yourself. And then they arrive in the boxes and they're actually timed really well, so they actually have something that they relate to. Oh, look at that, it's too big now. We'll spend the next part of the unboxing just trying to get this to fit around my my big head. How about that? Hey, if it's entertaining, it's entertaining, right? Oh, by the way, while you are on here, please subscribe, like, share. I am a newbie at this, and I would appreciate subscribers and followers. I'm actually not making any money doing these streams, so that's not really the goal. The goal is just to enjoy myself, and hopefully you enjoy these videos as well. Pardon me, I'm still trying to untie this knot. You know what? I'll do this later. You don't have to watch that. Struggle is real. Yeah. Third world struggles. Okay. What else have we got in here? We've got a stone. That always comes with the crystal. And another good side effect to get in the boxes is you learn new crystals that you never even heard of before. So I've gotten things in the past, like purple amethyst or blue amethyst, and I'm like, that's a thing? And I guess so. I'm trying to show this the best that I can. I might actually edit this video and put individual photos so you can see. We will get back to the cheat sheet so I can find out what that is and tell you the properties of it. Oh, okay. This is interesting. This month we have got ourselves a tree bomb. Curious. Okay. It does feel like there is a card in there, so we should really figure out what that is by reading the card. A little more ASMR for you. Okay. Alright, so we've got clay pellets, which is pretty cool. And tree bomb, to me, by just thinking about it, it's probably just a seed bomb that you can toss out somewhere in nature and it will grow into a tree in the future. So let's see. Tree bomb. Got a tree bomb card here. Actually tells you what it's for. Germination for the next generation. We need to plant 1 trillion trees to stop climate change. It's possible and it's in our hands. Let's get on with it. Tree bombs contain hundreds of alder tree seeds in clay, compost, and charcoal, providing the habitat they need to flourish. Select open, unused ground and scatter them far and wide. And this actually comes with 3 of those clay tree bombs. So that's pretty cool. It does say hundreds of alder tree seeds. I'm wondering. Now there's a website, treebomb.co.uk. So what I'll do is I'll venture over there later and actually see how you're supposed to use them. I don't know if you crumble them and spread them around or what you, but alder trees. I mean, that's pretty cool. You do have to find something or somewhere that these things aren't going to really get disturbed, because a lot of people, especially where I live out in the British countryside, turn the earth and mow things down, even in public parks and stuff, just to have open land. So tree bombing things and that kind of setting to me doesn't seem like it would work very well. Okay, we've got something called As Above, So Below wooden slice. I do like the packaging, I must admit. It's like opening tiny little birthday presents over and over and over. Let's see. Let's get some ASMR in here. Open the packaging. Oh, that's really pretty. Okay, hold on. Let me get rid of this packaging really fast. Set it aside. It is a wall hanging. Now, Freya's Cauldron is actually well known for their hanging. They give you things that you can put on the wall. Oh, that's kind of blurry. I'll try to get a photo for you all. As above, so below. And it is the Tree of Life. And it is actually carved. I think that's carved. I'm not sure if that's glued. I think, yeah, okay. What they've done is they've probably used maybe one of those water or laser cutters to do the front part. And they have glued it onto an actual slice of tree. Then a natural string to hang it up. I'm going to put it right behind me so it's safe. That is cool. I typically hang these things in my little grotto area out in the garden. I'm not sure how well they'll fare up to like the weather and stuff, but I bet you if I put some sort of coating on it, it'll last a bit longer. Alright, we got a few more things in the box. So this is actually a decent box this month. It's pretty nice. Now, here's the one pet peeve I do have with Freya's Cauldron, and I will just outwardly honestly say this. I get these herb blends from them. So this is like a Tree of Life herbal blend. Yeah, and the cheat sheet will actually tell you what to do with it, but they don't really tell you what's in it. You don't know if this is edible, if you're... most of this stuff you can use, what you do is if you do rituals and you do spells and whatnot, you sprinkle it around on the altar or around the circle or in the area that you're trying to manifest something. And all of the herbs and everything, they actually have significant meanings for that. But the problem I do have with Freya's Cauldron, and I have read online that other people do as well, is they don't list what's in it. Don't know. I don't know if that's so people cannot replicate it, but it does kind of make me a little concerned, because I want to know, if I were to do something really intricate, what does all this stuff represent? I mean, overall it has a representation, but individually they also have representations. I don't know. So I'm just going to throw that opinion out. I really think they should label those. We should know what's in the products specifically, especially if someone's allergic to one of those products. Alright, Tree of Life candle dressing. Oh, it's a shame my label's a little torn on this one, but still good. It's not going to affect the oil. Again, it's another thing. It does say not for consumption or resale, obviously. They're candle dressing, so if you're doing any sorts of candle magic with, anything having to do with Tree of Life and nature or whatnot, we'll read the sheet. You can anoint your candles with this. And now, I'm sure you could anoint other things, as long as you don't drink it, obviously. And, again, it doesn't really say what's inside of it. It just says anointing oil, and what the anointing oil was made for. But that worries me still, because if you get it on your hands and you're allergic to something, that's a bit of a concern for me. I do work in the education sector, and I do know it's kind of a thing around children. You don't want to have things unlabeled, especially things like food products. That's not a food product, but it's the same principle. So if you ever do use these things, I would recommend doing maybe a patch test where it's not going to kill you, if you're able to, or willing to, really. Take a gamble. Alright, the next thing in Freya's Cauldron, slip the tongue in there, in case you know what's coming, is a candle set. Now, in Freya's Cauldron, they usually also send you spell candles. Now, I love candle magic. I actually have a book on it, but I typically don't really use a lot of my candles, which is a shame, because I could fill this whole room up, be like Phantom of the Opera with these things. But I've got, I think that's a black. It could be a dark purple, but I'm not sure. Dark green, light purple, light blue, and white. They all have their own significance. And I do have, it's not within arm's reach at the moment, a book I keep that I put all the Freya's spell sheets into, so I can actually reference back what they were talking about. So let's go ahead and go into the envelope. Do the envelope next. Or we want to see the envelope to last, because that may have the cheat sheet. It does. Yeah, you know what? Let's go on into the Spell for Growth kit. Let's see what's tucked away in this thing. So I'm going to open this up. Now, spell kits, generally in Witch Casket and Freya's Cauldron, have everything you need to cast a spell. And they're usually really good at labeling this stuff in Witch Casket, so let's go through Freya's Cauldron and see. Oh, interesting. Okay, we got a brown candle. Got a brown one, which is good. That's usually earth, so that's alright. We have an herb blend again, and again, don't really know what's in that. We have growth spell sunflower seeds. Got some sunflower seeds here. And already the herb blend, well, let's just say it's sprinkled all over my carpet for good luck now. Spell for growth. And do it during the waxing moon. Okay, so you include the candles from the candle bag. Green growth, or physical growth. White spiritual growth. Brown plant growth. Makes sense. Herb blend, seeds, oil blend, and a suitable candle holder. And then what it does, it tells you how to use the items that are in the casket. So I don't really want to give that away, because these are custom made and they're not things for resale. They're actually very intimately made by Freya's Cauldron. So if you want the spell kit, you're going to have to contact the Freya's Cauldron, or go to their shop and buy it, because I don't want to foil their spells, because I don't think they really, really care for that very much. I think they want to keep that close to their chests a bit. So we're going to put all that stuff back into the bag. And we're going to close that up. Keep it safe. And I usually really keep a drawer with these kits in them. And in theory, what I was thinking is maybe if somebody wanted to do something and I know maybe they would benefit from them, I could give it to them. But haven't really done it, so in the end, I ended up with like 8 boxes from Witch Casket that I just very much tore apart and put into like drawers and separated candles from candles, herbs from herbs. Just so, you know, it looked like I have a legit kit here. I do like collecting these things. I will go out and meditate with these things. I'm not a ritualist. I'm not someone that goes out and does workings all the time. I meditate with things. I put things around me that represent what I want to do in my life mentally and physically, and I think about it. So I don't actually do ritual magic type things. Like if I really need an uplift, I might burn an orange or pink candle. Just depending on what I feel will raise the vibration around me and make me mood feel a lot better. Alright, so we've got in the envelope, we have Book of Shadow pages, which again, I'm not going to show you the pages because they are personal to Freya's Cauldron, and I know they will not want that stuff leaked. So I'm going to keep them quiet, and I'll read a little bit from them, but I won't read the whole thing to you. So if you want them, you're going to have to go to Freya's Cauldron and ask for them, okay? So it says, welcome to August subscription box. This month is all about balance with the Tree of Life, as above, so below themes. Hey, nice. Here's what we have for you this month. A Tree of Life candle dressing oil, Freya's Cauldron spell candles, a Tree of Life herb blend, dendrite opal tumble stone. So that is what the stone is. It's a dendrite opal tumble stone. We have a spell kit for growth, a pewter Tree of Life pendant, which is really cool. I love it. Handcrafted set of Ogum staves, an as above, so below Book of Shadows card. So I do believe, because the way that I do the Freya's Cauldron Book of Shadows, I generally hole punch these pages that I want to keep and put them in like a special binder for them. Like Freya's Cauldron has its own separate place I keep it. This though almost seems like I want to buy some sort of frame for it, because it's just too pretty to hole punch. I don't want to ruin that. Right, we've got, oh, I've got 2. They've sent me 2 of the same papers. That's alright, you know, things happen. They probably got stuck together, and printing that happens to me at work all the time. Tree of Life. Okay, let's see which part of them. I'll read the first part of it. I mean, all of this is fascinating to me. It teaches you about the Tree of Life, its history, its background, how it affects different types of pagans and different religions. It's pretty cool. I'll just read the first little paragraph. The rest of it, like I said, I'll skim it, but I don't want to ruin it for Cauldron. So, image of the Tree of Life has been used since our first ancestors began to draw, and featured in many different mythologies and etc. etc. Variations of tree used depending on location and habitat. Its meaning and what the symbol is called changes also. So the Tree of Life, the Tree of Knowledge, the Sacred Tree, the Cosmic Tree, or World Tree are portrayed as the same tree in many religions. And then it goes on to tell you about the different various meanings of the Tree of Life. So, I mean, it includes things like the Garden of Eden. Just because it's Freya's Cauldron and it's about witchcraft, it doesn't mean that it doesn't cover things in other religions. They're really good. If it's mentioned in the Bible or it has some significance, they're very good at putting it on the Book of Shadows pages. They're very inclusive. They're just great like that. I really appreciate it. Okay, so as above, so below. Phrase traced back to second verse of Emerald Tablets. It's one of the important books in Hermeticism. That which is above is from that which is below, and that which is below is from that which is above. So I believe we all know what that means. I don't really need to read any further than that, but it does expand astrological, spiritual, and physical microcosm and macrocosm symbologies. Dendrite opal. Here's one I was interested in. So we got the dendrite opal that came with the August box. It's receptive. It represents the earth. Yeah, obvious. Now this is really cool. This represents balance, clarity, peace, protection, spiritual awakening, cleansing, and guidance. So a powerful stone centers your mind, provides more self-awareness. It's very much a very grounding stone, so that's pretty cool. Here's the Ogum staves, those little staves that I've got. It is a page for the Book of Shadows that tells you symbolic trees and meanings, actually. Never mind. I haven't gotten to the staves yet. But it does start on the Druid Ogum. It tells you the different types of trees, like birch, rowan, alder. I mean, it keeps going on. There's a few pages of different trees. The names, the Ogum name, the Ogum tree meaning, what it does, what it represents. Those are all found here on the pages. Okay, here's the part that I was looking for. So at the end of those Book of Shadow pages, it actually does show you Ogum alphabet. And those are the symbols that are carved on the staves. So what you do with them, you draw one out at a time without looking for a total of 3 staves. These will give you a reading. You do not need to pull 3 Ogum staves if you only wish to receive an answer for one question. You can do past, present, and future. And apparently there is a YouTube channel for Freya's Cauldron that has a video with more information on the staves. So that's really cool. Yeah. Very, very cool. But like I said, I don't want to show you all the pages. I will say that over and over again because I do want to make it very clear, especially if Freya's Cauldron is watching this. I'm not going to give away the pages in the book because I really feel that if you want to learn these things, then you will go and subscribe to their box, which I do highly recommend. It is something I do enjoy every month and appreciate Freya's Cauldron for spending the time and putting these things together. Now, the staves, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull one now. Let's see, what can I ask that's not too personal, but not too personal. Alright, I'm a little afraid now, okay. I might think about it, I might not say it out loud. Or, what do you guys think about this unboxing? Is it going to go well in the future? Should I do more of them? You know, you could leave those comments too. That would be nice. Right, okay. So I have got, if I put it down like that, get the 4 down. I'm trying to match it up to the picture. Okay, these are 4 to the right. 4 to the right is... Oh, that's really hard to read. Okay, well, it's an S. So, let me try to find the letter S on this sheet. And I will read the answer. Q... S. So we're on the letter S. Willow. Willow tree. And the answer is sail. Imagination, intuition, vision. The willow tree is love. Connect with the tree when you want to enhance your level of love, comfort, and intimacy. The tree is also helpful with augmenting intuition, having pleasant dreams at night. I'm going to go with sail. Because sail tells me that I'm sailing in a good direction. We're going to take it that way. So that's pretty cool. That is how... And I could be holding this thing upside down, I don't know. It could be pointing to the left for all I know. I'm going to have to watch the video. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what direction to look at it. Because if it's facing the other direction, it's 4 on the left. That's a C. So let's go over to C and see what C means. So if it is going in the other direction, coal, creativity, purity, honesty. So Hazel's great to activate when you set up on a new creative journey. Okay, I think I was reading it wrong. It must have been. So I do believe it's 4 to the left. Okay, that makes more sense. That answer actually makes a lot more sense than the other way around. Enhances dream work, artistic impulses, intuition, seeking answers of knowledge, and a choice you must make. So the choice I must make is to do more unboxings. And this is telling me that it's gone well. So I will accept that answer. Thank you, Ogden. Great. Alright, I'm going to put that back in its little box and put the lid on it. Keep it safe. Alright, so recap it all. What did I think of this one? Well, I like it. Yeah. You know, lately I've been all about the earth, and I don't know if that's because I'm really trying to get myself grounded again and reconnected to the planet a bit more than I was. With Matt's illnesses, if you know anything about my husband, he almost died from necrotizing fasciitis, and that stuff can kill you within 24 hours. And ironically, it comes from the earth. It's like something gardeners generally get, so we don't know how he got it, because he generally doesn't leave the house often. I've been dealing with that a lot mentally, and I've been trying to kind of fight my way out of a really dark place and put myself back out there for you guys again, because everyone keeps telling me that I've got a lot to share, and I just don't really know how to share it properly. So I'm going to give this a go and see what kind of reaction I get from you guys. Like I said, if you enjoyed this, please hit notification bells, subscriptions, go to Twitch and subscribe, watch me play some games. Eventually I'm going to have some one-to-one conversations with Matthew Sanderson about Call of Cthulhu and what he's been up to. And overall, this channel, or these video releases, are going to be more personal and more things that we're into and that we want to talk about. The Eldritch Lodge live bit of these streams is going to be more like video games and scenarios and things like that when we're able to film them. So stick around. I'm hoping there will be some more things in the future, and I really hope you enjoyed this stream. Once again, please go and go down, subscribe this way, subscribe. Yeah, the button's right here. Well, it's not really a button, but you know what I mean. It's notifications. It's reminding you to do things. Please do that before you leave, and leave a comment, and do say things that I can do to improve the stream. I appreciate that, and if you can, try to keep it positive, because I really kind of need that vibration in my life right now. With all that said, see you guys on the next unboxing, which will in a few days, I'm hoping it will be shipped out, will be Witch Casket, and that is my number 1 so far, so I really look forward to unboxing that with you guys. So hope you guys have a great week or month or year or whatever is going on in your life. I hope it goes well, and I will see you all again some other time, hopefully on the live stream on Twitch. Thank you very much. Goodbye.